Tucker Carlson Tonight host sounds off on the White House's response to the crisis at the southern border. Disregard for American workers, it's a disaster, and it's hard to believe that not so long ago, this country actually enforced its immigration laws not long ago at all. In fact, just 2 years ago, in August of 2019, federal agents kicked down the doors of 7 separate chicken plants in central Mississippi. They arrested hundreds of foreign nationals who were living and working there in violation of American law. Several executives of the poultry plant were later indicted. Among the charges brought child labor. So our decadent corporate press essentially ignored this, except to portray the raids as heartless and barbaric. Not surprisingly, a trade group called the National Chicken Council agreed with that characterization. How dare the government enforce its own laws? What's interesting is that people who actually live in central Mississippi had a very different view of what happened. They'd spent years watching helplessly as foreign workers lowered the wages for people who are actually born there. They understood immigration, as most wage earners do understand immigration primarily as an economic question. When you flood the labor pool, wages go down. That's called supply and demand. Once the illegal workers were gone, those chicken plants were forced to hire American citizens. In this case, many of them were African American. So you'd think maybe the Biden administration, with its much repeated commitment to equity, would think this is good, but of course, they didn't care. They're not interested in helping working class people of any color.
Diversity consultants, Princeton professors, MSNBC contributors, transhumanist tech billionaires. Of course, those are their people. That's their main constituency, but blue-collar high school graduates who just want a decent hourly job. No chance. Not interested. So the administration promptly shut down all workplace immigration raids. Now, employers who hire illegal aliens to undercut American wages have the full protection of the Department of Homeland Security because it's not a corporate conspiracy or anything, don't you worry. Now, the rest of the world is fully aware of this. They follow these developments. They have the internet too. As a result, a massive migrant caravan has formed in southeastern Mexico, in the city of TUCKER. There is more footage tonight of the caravan heading here, smashing through police barricades. Everybody sympathizes with migrants who want a better life in this country. Of course, our government's primary concern always must be the welfare of American citizens in a country that's rapidly getting poorer, which we are. But in general, you sympathize. But migrants who violently break through a police line? No, not allowed here, ever. There's no possible way the U.S. benefits from anyone who would do that. Period. And by the way, in contrast to previous years, these migrants are not coming exclusively from Latin America. They're coming from as far away as China. And again, why wouldn't they come? The border is now open for everyone. It's not just Central Americans. Fox's Griff Jenkins has been covering these caravans for years, and this weekend he went to southwest Mexico and immediately saw something very different. Griff Jenkins, we're in the town of Hueyden, 16 miles north of TUCKER, where this caravan started. / you can see them, children sitting on a swing set. Lots of families, lots of children. And we're seeing migrants from many different countries. It's not just Central America like we saw in 2019. We see Haitians in here and even one woman from China. We couldn't speak to her because she didn't speak Spanish or English. / every migrant we talked to today said they've got one destination in mind, the United States. So why are they coming? We don't need to guess about that. Ask the people who are coming here illegally. They're not embarrassed to articulate it at all. They're coming because they know immigration enforcement under Joe Biden has been suspended in the United States. The White House hasn't simply ended workplace raids. They've also stopped turning people away at the border. So people just come in and they know they'll never be forced to leave. Reporter, why now? Man, It is the best time. Reporter, because of the administration? Man, because of Joe Biden. Because of Joe Biden. It's really that simple. At the same time, you should know that Biden has ordered the government to build a wall around his family's vacation home in Delaware and build it at public expense. Diversity may be our strength, he often says that, but Joe Biden doesn't want it anywhere near him or his family. Now, the irony of that is almost difficult to digest. Was just a year ago that Biden was telling us that walls are immoral and that's why he would never build a wall. Joe Biden, August 2020, there will not be another foot of wall constructed on my administration. Except around my vacation house in Delaware. Hypocrite. But it's more than hypocritical. It's criminal, and not in a rhetorical sense. Joe Biden is actively and intentionally breaking federal law, even as he works to protect himself and his own family from the consequences of these lunatic policies. Presidents have been impeached for less than that. In fact, no American president who ever has been impeached, not Andrew Johnson, but Richard Nixon, not Bill Clinton. Not even Donald Trump has ever even been accused of crimes this flagrant or this serious. Not even close. According to new court documents, between January 20th and the end of March, just, for example, the Biden administration refused to take custody of 37 illegal immigrants in the state of Texas. Many people had additional criminal records, according to an affidavit from a Texas sheriff. The administration refused to detain even suspects believed to have committed aggravated sexual assault and narcotics violations at the height of a drug epidemic that's killing almost 100,000 Americans every year. So it's really clear this is not simply an incredibly dangerous and destructive policy that intentionally hurts America, and it is that no, it's more, though it's an unequivocal violation of federal statute. It is, in other words, a crime. It's a crime. Section 236 of the Immigration and Natural Nationality Act requires federal agents to, quote, detain and hold any alien who is released from criminal custody. If the alien entered illegally and is removable on any of the criminal grounds of admissibility, or if the alien entered legally and is removable, and most all of the criminal deportation grant. Got that?
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.